Welcome to the month of July, Aquarius. We're going to get right into what you can expect this month. So we start the month off with a nice sextile. We have the sun in Cancer in your area dealing with your health, your daily routines, in a sextile to Uranus in Taurus. And Uranus is in the area of your life that deals with your home and your family life. So you will be welcoming new experiences surrounding those areas of your life around the 5th. So that's going to be something to look forward to. Now, we do have a square that you need to be aware of. We have a square here. Let me just line everything up. We have Mercury in Gemini, and it is going to be in a square to Neptune in Pisces. So there's going to be a bit of confusion surrounding a creative project you're working on in relation to your finances. It could be a case where you need materials to create or to finish a project and you find out that you don't have the finances, or you might have to find yourself lying to someone. Maybe you have been contracted to do a creative project for someone and you just might not have the finances to complete it. So you might find yourself not telling the whole truth related to a creative project. It might be also another example I can give. You might be scheduled to take someone out on a romantic evening or a romantic date, and you might not have the finances to do it. So you might not want to come out and let that person know that you don't have the finances needed to take them out. So you might tell a little white lie about why you can't go out on that day. So something like that could be happening for a lot of Aquarius rising around this time. That is the energy of when Mercury is in a square to Neptune. You might find yourself telling a little white lie here or there. Um, you might also have some confusion. Like you might be scheduled to go out with someone on a romantic evening, and there might be confusion about who's supposed to pay um for the tickets. Like maybe you were supposed to buy the tickets ahead of time and then your date was going to reimburse you. There might be some confusion related to finances and romance around the 6th. Okay. Now, there is a square on the same day. There's a square between Venus in Leo and Saturn in Aquarius. So there's going to be a bit of an opposition between the fun that you want to have related to maybe a contract you're thinking about entering, and it's going to be sort of like in a struggle with your self image. So you might be struggling with your self image. You might be struggling with how to incorporate your self image into a partnership, or how to incorporate your self image into a contract that you're thinking about entering. So that will be a bit of a um, struggle for you around the 6th. So let's move on and see what's happening the week of the 11th. Because on the 11th, we have Mercury moving into Cancer. So Mercury is moving into Cancer on the 11th. And that for you, Mercury is moving into the area of your life that deals with your health. So your health will be on your mind more than usual once Mercury moves into Cancer. Okay, so now let's talk about on the 13th, we have Venus and Mars in a conjunction in your area of your life that deals with partnerships. So, for a lot of Aquarius rising, this is going to be a nice time. You're going to feel like your partnerships are very balanced at this time. You're going to feel like whatever contract you enter into is going to be a very balanced partnership at this time. So that's on the 13th. Now, let's move on and look at the 15th because we have a nice trine. We have a trine between the Sun in Cancer and Neptune in Pisces. So there's going to be good energy between what you do on a daily basis in your finances, you might find yourself spending money on health related items that will better your health. So overall, that is going to be a good energy that's happening on the 15th. Also, being that you're spending your money on health items, you will want to know all about something that you are spending your money on. So let's say, for instance, you are thinking about purchasing a new supplement. You are going to want to know everything about this supplement that you are purchasing. Okay. It's also, this aspect is also a great time for you to get in touch with your psychic side. Okay. So that is on the 17th. I'm sorry, that is on the 15th. Now, let's move on to the week of the 18th. The week of the 18th, we have a great sextile. We have Mercury in Cancer in a sextile to Uranus in Taurus. So for you, that's happening in the area of your life dealing with your health and dealing with your home and family. So as you can see, Aquarius rising, this month your health is really going to be highlighted. Okay, so make sure you're taking good care of your health. Make sure you're getting your checkups. Make sure you're getting all of your medical tests done that need to be done. Okay, because health is really highlighted for you. It's really highlighted for you in July. So you might be coming up with new ideas related to your health. Okay, in July. Now let's see what else is going on for you. Okay, so let's talk about the fact that Venus moves into Virgo on the 21st. The Sun moves into Leo on the 22nd. So we can tell all of our Leo friends happy birthday as of the 22nd. Also, on the 23rd, we have the full moon in Aquarius. So your self-image is going to be highlighted at this full moon. One thing I do want to mention is that this full moon is in Aquarius at 1 degree. Now, we also have a full moon in Aquarius in August at 29 degrees. Okay, so it is possible to have a full moon in the same sign on 2 different months. And what's happening is the full moon in July is happening at the beginning of Aquarius, and the full moon in August is happening at the end. And you can tell that because the full moon in July is at 1 degree and the full moon in August is at 29 degrees. Remember, each zodiac sign has 30 degrees. Now, okay, so that's what I wanted to mention about the full moon. Let's move on and talk about the last week in July. So on the 25th, we do have an opposition. We have an opposition between Mercury in Cancer and Pluto in Capricorn. Okay, so there might be something that you're doing behind the scenes that will be in opposition to your health or your daily routine. And one thing that's different with this opposition, because remember, you had an opposition on the 17th. You had an opposition to Pluto on the 17th. It was between the Sun and Pluto. But this opposition on the 25th is happening between Mercury and Pluto. So the energy of when Mercury is in a opposition to Pluto, you will find yourself giving in to things that you normally would not give into. Okay? And it looks like for you with Pluto in the area dealing with behind the scenes, it looks like the area happening behind the scenes is going to be what you give into. So it's something that you might be involved in behind the scenes that is kind of like in opposition to your daily routine. But it looks like whatever you're doing behind the scenes will win between the two areas of your life. So just pay attention to that around the 25th. So on the 27th, we have Mercury moving into Leo. On the 28th, we have Jupiter moving into Aquarius. And then on the 29th, we have Mars moving into Virgo. Okay, so that's everything I have for you this month. If you would like a personal reading, you can visit my website, metaphysicalmoonlighters.com. Please like this video, please share this video, and subscribe to this channel. I definitely appreciate it. And also, please leave a comment, even if it's next month. Because I know sometimes we have to give time for these predictions to happen. So if it's 2 months down the line and you realize, hey, what Citrine was saying, that really happened. So you can come back to this video and leave a comment. All right, everybody, have a great month.